Hey fellow gardeners, Dawn here from Seasonal Designs. Today we are going to be planting up the two big urns that sit here in front of the greenhouse. You might recall these are from Unique Stone, and I'm also going to be using this kind of orb that I have been using in here throughout the last couple of seasons. I've not really used this in summer yet, and I thought, well, let's try it and see if we can do something a little bit different. Now, those of you that know me know that I do try to plant up my containers really with something different year after year, but I really fell in love with what I did last year in here, and I actually was going to kind of do the same thing. But when I got to the garden center, I couldn't find some of the things that I had used, so I thought, you know, let's just do something completely different. So that's what we're going to do. So if you guys are ready, let me introduce you to the plants we're going to be putting in this container. For the center, I'm going to be putting in this pretty Caladium called Tickle Me Pink. Now you might be thinking to yourself, aren't Caladiums for shade mostly? And you would be right in saying that. They are used in the shade quite a bit, but this particular Caladium can be used in both sun and shade. So I love the leaf color on these. It looks red, kind of verging on pink. And so I'm going to be pairing it with some other pink colors. I'm going to be using this geranium, which is Strawberry Sizzle. I also am going to be using a Calibrachoa. This one is called Hot Rose. And aren't the colors together really pretty? Then for some accent colors, I'm going to be using kind of a lemony, greeny kind of lemon color. This is a CrazyTunia called Bitter Lemon. I also have a Verbena. This one is called Green Apple. And then I'm also going to be using some of this really cool, and I used this last year, Lemon Coral Sedum. And I love this plant. It really can take the dry. I put it at the edge of the containers. Sometimes it dries out a little bit, but it seems to really do well in my containers. And the last thing I'll be using is this White Night Lobularia. One of the things that you need to think about if you're going to be using an orb is what you're going to put in your centerpiece. Because normally I would have something that would go tall in the center of my container. And this will get taller, but it's only supposed to get about 16 to 18 inches tall, which means some of it might peek out a little bit, which is fine, but it isn't going to like grow into the center of this and grow all wonky, because it is something that is going to stay a little shorter. I do, however, want to plant some of the other flowers that are going to kind of come out of the middle of this orb. You don't want everything to be contained in the inside of this. You want it to look natural, and you want it to flow kind of out past these metal structures and a little bit over the edge of your container. All right, you guys, they are done. I'm hoping you can see this in the shade. I think you'll be able to see the color, But man, I think I'm gonna like them. I think they're gonna look great when everything fills in, but I just think they turned out so pretty. Well, as always, I will give you the recipe for this container here at the end of the video. And make sure that you're a subscriber, because we're going to be checking back in on all the containers that we've done together in midsummer to see how things are doing. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.